Hello students, welcome to your Destiny JEET and I am your mentor RATNESH sir. Today we are going to study about figures of speech which are very important for your board exams and other exams also. First of all, let us know the meaning or definition of a figure of speech. A figure of speech is a word or phrase that possesses a separate meaning from its literal definition. It is an intentional deviation from ordinary language used in order to produce a rhetoric effect. Now we'll go and see some examples along with the types of figures of speech which are important for the exams. Okay, let's go. 1. Apostrophe. What is it? It is directly addressing a non-existent person or an inanimate object as though it were a living being. Let's see an example. Oh, you stupid car. You never work when I need you to. The driver shite. You see here, you can say non-existent person means inanimate thing has been here taken as a living being. Therefore, we can say this is apostrophe. 2. Hyperbole. An extravagant statement or the use of exaggerated terms for the purpose of emphasis. Example, you can see, I have tons of things to do when I get home. Tons of things is what? Expressing it in what form? Exaggerated form. 3. Irony, sarcasm, the use of words to convey the opposite of the literal meaning. It is contradicted by the appearance or presentation of idea. You see in the example, a child of a cobbler has no shoe. How can it happen? Cobbler mends so many shoes, he makes shoes, still his child does not have shoe. So it is a what? Contradicting idea. 4. Pun. It is generally used in plays where one word has two meanings. It is used to create humor. The words have the same sound but a different meaning. Now let us see the examples. Number 1. A bicycle can't stand on its own because it is too tired. It sounds as if TOO, too tired. It's too much tired. Second example, let us see. I meant soul. It is from Julius Caesar. Play Julius Caesar written by William Shakespeare. Here I meant soul. It sounds as if SOUL. 5. Alliteration. It is a series of words which commence with the same letter. Alliteration consists of the repetition of a sound or of a letter at the beginning of two or more words. Let us see the example. Dirty dogs dived into the river. You can see the three words starting with the same letter D. 6. Consonants. It is defined as a pleasing sound caused by the repetition of similar consonant sounds within group of words or a literary task. This repetition often occurs at the end of the words, but may also be found within words. Let us see two examples here. Number 1. Mike likes his new bike. You can see K. Pronunciation, we don't take the alphabets. Ike, like, bike. These are a repetition of the same sound, consonant sound. Okay, therefore it is consonants. Number 2, let us see. I will crawl away with will crawl away with. Here the sound v is being repeated. It is also a consonant. 7. Assonance. Assonance is identical to consonants with one critical difference. It is concerned with repeated vowel sounds instead of consonant sounds. Let's see the example. Example 1. I might like to take a flight to an island in the Pacific. You can see here that I, these are all repeating, even Pacific. We can see I vowel is being repeated again and again, and therefore it is assonance. And next let us see number 2. Aunt, Agnes, Ac. Another accounting error. These here you can see a or a is being repeated after every word. Okay. Now one thing I want to revise here or clarify here, that we first studied alliteration, then we studied consonants, and finally we have studied assonance. There is a difference between alliteration, consonants and assonance. What is the difference? Alliteration is only possible at the beginning of the word. The letters of the word continuously will repeat. The end of the words don't repeat. But in case of assonance and consonants, the repetition can happen anywhere in the word. Here we can see alliteration. Number 2 example is an example of alliteration also. Okay? But this is not alliteration. This means alliteration can be assonance, but assonance will not always be alliteration. 8. Metaphor. It is a figure of speech that describes an object or action in a way that isn't literally true but helps explain an idea or make a comparison. Love is a battlefield. Now here you see love, battlefield. Here love is not a battlefield, it is a comparison or the idea that for love you have to fight. Therefore love is a battlefield. Motu is a couch potato. Now Motu cannot be, Motu is the name of a boy. He cannot be a potato or couch potato. So this is what? Comparison. He is very lazy, he eats too much, therefore he is couch potato. 9. Simile. It directly compares two things. It differs from metaphors by highlighting the similarities between two things using comparison words such as like, as, so, etc. Let us see some examples. Number 1, we see as cute as a kitten. As cute as what? Kitten. Comparing directly with a kitten. 2. As hot as hell. Comparing the hotness of hell. Number 3. Swims like a dolphin. Swims how? Like a dolphin. 4. Runs or run, he runs or they run like the wind. Here comparison with the speed of wind. 10. Personification. It is a figure of speech in which an idea or thing is given human attributes and or feeling or is spoken of as it were human. Personification is a common form of metaphor. It is also a type of metaphor, but in which human characteristics are attributed to non-human beings. Example, my alarm yelled at me this morning. Alarm is yelling. Here is personification of what? Inanimate thing, alarm. Number 2, my computer works very hard. Who works? Computer. It is what? It is non-human. Number 3, the sunflowers hung their heads. The sunflowers hung their heads. Sunflowers are not human, non-human. Remember, you can have animate but non-human. 11. Onomatopoeia. It is a process of creating a word that phonetically imitates, resembles, or suggests the sound that it describes. Let us see some examples. Number 1, both bees and buzzers buzz. The buzzing sound of buzzers, buzzing sound of bees is described here by the word buzz. 2, the dishes fell to the floor with a clatter. Clatter is the sound of the falling of dishes. Number 3, the clucking chickens were driving me crazy. Clucking, the sound of the chickens, clucking sound. 12, metonymy. It is a figure of speech in which one object or idea takes the place of another with which it has a close association. Let's see some examples. 1, we swear loyalty to the crown. Loyalty to the crown. Crown has close association with what? The emperor or the king. My dear, you have all my heart. My dear, this number 2 example, you have all my heart. Heart is not directly your heart, but it resembles close relation with love. Number 3, the Don was just released from the big house. Here big house is not big house, it is the prison. Resembling the prison, close relationship with prison. Students, today we come to the last figure of speech for today's class. Number 13, oxymoron. It is a figure of speech pairing two words that are opposing and or contradictory. Let's see the examples. Number 1, small crowd. Crowd, small, just contradicting each other. Old news, opposite to each other. 3, open, secret. How can secret be open? 4, choice, only choice, no choice then. It is contradicting. 5, living, dead, contradicting each other. By this we come to the end of our class today. I am sure you have learnt good things today which will be helpful for you in your exams, not only in your exams and also future when you make sentences, write essays, compositions. You always use these figure of speech which will enrich your content. Therefore, all the best for exams. यदि यह वीडियो आपको अच्छा लगा हो तो इसको लाइक, शेयर और सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलें। साथ ही साथ बेल आइकन ज़रूर प्रेस करें ताकि वीडियो अपलोड होते ही आपको नोटिफिकेशन मिले और आप तुरंत इसे देख पाएँ। थैंक यू फॉर स्टेइंग विथ अस।